Okay, so I am back with another betting predictions video. And before I start, I wanted to say that I've got all my codes here for all the betting sites that I use. And I bet using Fanobet, by the way. And also, if you ever want to send me anything or offer me a trade, my trade link is on this spreadsheet, and this spreadsheet is in the description. And I just want to update you on everything that's gone on since I last made a video, which was about, I think it was 6 days ago now. So my longest win streak so far is 8, which was here, which I thought was pretty good. And my longest lose streak is 2, which is this one, which is really unfortunate. So I've done 33 games, won 23, lost 10, which is a 70% win ratio. And I've got my NA versus NA team is 12 wins out of 17 games, which is 71%. And EU versus EU, I've won 11, won 11 out of 16, which is a 69% ratio. Okay, so I'm going to go through my next betting predictions for the 28th of February. And we've got to bear in mind that a lot of these are either best of ones or best of threes. Obviously, best of threes are more reliable for the favourable team, whereas in best of ones there can be an upset, so don't take my word for it. So do your research. Some of these are Star Ladder games, which is best of 3, and some are ESEA games, I think, or like ESL, which means that they're best of ones. So just look at it before you go and bet. But this is what I'm going to put anyway. So I've got LDLC versus Spirit. I've got LDLC beating Spirit with about my odds for being 65 to 35. And put a medium on LDLC. So Spirit just lost in a best of 3 quite convincingly to Space Soldiers. Space Soldiers are a good team, but the thing is I see LDLC as a better team than Space Soldiers, so first of all that's quite a big deal. And then we had a few days ago, we had LDLC play against Astralis, and even though Astralis did beat LDLC, it was very close, extremely close on the second map. It went to triple overtime in the end, and it looked like LDLC were going to win it. And if both Alex and Existence perform like they did, then I can't see Spirit even getting a map off of them. Then I've got GODSENT versus Team 123. Oh, by the way, that game is the best of 3 game. Okay, now GODSENT versus Team 123. This is a best of 1. So you've got to take what I say with a bit of leniency. But GODSENT look like a much better team. Obviously they got like Lecro, Schneider, Pronax, Twist, and the other name that I can't remember right now. Obviously like a all-star lineup basically of past Swedish players against Team 123, who are a team who have, I think they have Fetish, who used to play for Dignitas, and I think they're a Danish team. But I can't see them doing anything against GODSENT, to be honest. Yeah, GODSENT are just a much stronger team, got a deeper map pool. Yeah, I mean, Team 123 have been like boot camping, or like have been in the same game house as each other, but I still can't see that as being a big factor. Okay, and now I've got Dreamchasers versus Fnatic Academy, which is also a best of 1. Now, Fnatic Academy recently played against Vega Squadron, who I thought would win, who is supposed to be the stronger team, but Fnatic Academy looked amazing. Like, I don't know, they're hitting all their shots, and Dream Chasers are kind of an unknown team. They are a Swedish team. I put it tighter than I think it will actually be. So I'm going to put a medium on Fnatic Academy. Space Soldiers versus QB.Fire. Now this is a best of 3 game. And they're up against an unknown Russian team who did manage to get a map off of LDLC, but it was 16-14 and it was on their map pick, and then they got beaten quite convincingly on the other two maps by Space Soldiers, by LDLC, sorry. So I'm going to put a high bet on Space Soldiers. Of course, if you don't want to go too high, put a medium bet on, but that's what I'm going to do. Next one is GODSENT versus Playing Ducks, which is another best of one. Of course, I've already explained how good GODSENT are. Playing Ducks are not a great team. I think they're from Lithuania. I got the same odds as this one, 70-30. Except I'm putting a medium bet on, like I did with the previous one. I'm putting a medium bet on GODSENT. I can't see them losing again in that one. Especially if they do well in this one, there's no way Playing Ducks are going to beat them on this one. Then I have PENTA versus Vexed. PENTA have gone for a very European Union style team. They've now got like 2 German players, 2 Portuguese, and then another. But one of the Portuguese players being Fox, which I think is pretty cool. I think I rate Fox quite highly, to be honest, especially seeing his performance at the major standing in for SK. And then of course they have Crystal, who's always been a good player in my eyes. And they are playing against Vexed, which is this French team. Not a lot of information about them, to be honest. Of course, Vexed used to have a Polish lineup, but with the French one, they haven't really seemed to make any impact. So I'm doing a medium bet on PENTA. And then Endpoint versus ex-Findictus. I'm going against my countrymen in this one of Endpoint. Ex-Findictus did play against Team Rogue in one of the most recent matches in a best of one, which this one is as well. And they only lost 19-15. A lot of the time I thought that ex-Findictus were going to beat them, and Rogue being quite a good team with like Cadian. I know people don't rate Cadian highly, but they have Bubble, players like that. But then you have Endpoint, who haven't been able to perform. In their most recent matches, they've lost like 16-2, 16-3, 16-4. I don't think they've had above 4 rounds in the last 5 or 6 games. So yeah, I'm pretty confident on ex-Findictus winning this one, so I'm putting a medium bet on them. And then for the final game, it's Big versus iGame, and this is another best of one. Which I think this is going to be one of the most risky games that I've got on today. Just because iGame can perform in best of ones from what we've seen, and Big have been not what they should perform as, especially with the players that they have, such as GOB and Kiev and Legia and players like that, and Tabson. So all things considering, I'm putting a medium bet on Big, but this one is going to be a close game either way. It depends on the map. Yeah, I mean, you got to take it with a pinch of salt, basically. So I just went back on to Fanobet and realised that there were 2 matches that I actually missed out. And I thought they were quite popular matches for me to bet on, like for you guys. So I'm back with those 2 now. And the first one is Splyce versus Enigma 6. Splyce did just lose in the best of 3 against Winterfox, who when I did think that they beat them convincingly, but they didn't. They lost 2-1. And Enigma 6 did beat Miami Flamingos, but I don't rate Miami Flamingos at all. I'm surprised they got 1 map against them, to be honest. So I still favour Splyce, especially if Rix could play as he did, and Crucial could step up his game because he played awful. But if that happens, then I'm pretty sure that Splyce would win in this best of 3. So I put a medium on them. And also Winterfox versus Miami Flamingos. Of course, Winterfox looking very impressive against Splyce, beating them 2-1. And Miami Flamingos losing 2-1 to Enigma 6. I kind of thought this would be a more obvious bet, to be honest. So I put a medium bet on them. So I hope you have fun with your betting, earn money and everything. Don't blame me if you lose, but this is what I think is going to happen. I'm pretty confident in all of them, to be honest. I will update you tomorrow on what happens, and then show you the bets that I make tomorrow. So yeah, thank you for watching.